Welcome, brothers and sisters, to Morning Heart Devotion. And to start, we'd like to offer greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. 천징 참부님께 겸배 바로. And to lead us in the family pledge, I'd like to invite our Reverend Milhan Stevens.
가정맹세 1. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇族권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 처녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 처녀극 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you, Reverend Milhan. And to open us up in prayer, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Irmgard Baines. So Mrs. Baines, if you can please unmute and offer an opening prayer.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. And good morning, Dr. Yong. And please join us in prayer. Good morning, dear Heavenly Parent. Good morning, true parents, the parents of heaven and all humankind. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous today. So I take a deep breath. Dear Heavenly Parent, thank you so very much for giving Tyndall and me the opportunity to pray on behalf of all brothers and sisters today at today's morning devotion. We are so grateful for this new day. We are so grateful for your love and your guidance. Your guidance throughout human history so far, and also your guidance in each of us personal life. Dear Heavenly Parent, it is so awesome to live at the time when the human history is starting anew. We have our true parents who pioneered. You're standing on the foundation of our dear Jesus Christ and many saints and sages, people you inspired and made leaders. Heavenly Parents, your love, your persistence is so great and so impactful. However, you do need our cooperation. You need our response. This morning, I read True Parents' words, and he was saying that we have the dream of the kingdom of heaven, but knowing that is not enough. We have to actually realize this, and this starts by centering on God's principle of creation, which are the original standard for building and for being and living in the kingdom of heaven. And the realization of the kingdom of heaven, our dear Jesus spoke also about, comes only through your children, which are us. And I read that our true brother said, you must change completely. From the moment you change, you will come one step closer to realizing the kingdom of heaven in a new level. And this is what our elder brother, Dr. Yong, encouraged us every day in a very direct and in a very loving and encouraging way. So today, our prayer is especially to thank you for our Dr. Yong's love and guidance, for his investment of love into this nation and also into each one of us. He gave us the opportunity, or give us the opportunity, to transform ourselves, to reach higher. Every day he spoke and commented on the divine principle, on our true mother's and true father's words. And he shared from his own experience, his faith, how he went through obstacles in his life, in his missions. And today we want to pray especially for Dr. Yong and his family, because they're starting a new path again. Basically, it's like a home country or home church mission again. Our true mother asked Dr. Yong to come back to Korea. Yesterday I read this and I felt that it's so appropriate. Sailing with our mother, the ship will never fail. And so we are uniting, and we are so grateful to Dr. Yong. We are uniting with our true mother. We pray for her health and for her comfort, and we never give up to stretch our mind and our soul higher and higher. I know that I have a lot of shortcomings, and as Dr. Yong says, we are willing and we are excited in the morning, and later on and in the evening already everything changed. That is pretty much what is in my life this way, but I feel so encouraged and have so much more hope. Thank you, dear Heavenly Parent, for your love you give me every day.
And especially what you give me as well. We are so grateful that we have this opportunity and have had this opportunity to really grow ourselves and become better people. I encourage us all every day to start over anew with a new day, an opportunity to allow your words, your truth, and your love to work through us, through everybody we meet. It's an opportunity that you present to each and every one of us. So we thank you for this blessing, and we pray especially that you can join Dr. Yong in his new mission and his family. And we offer this prayer in our names, the Baines Blessed Family, Tyndall and Emgard Baines. Achu.
Thank you so much, Baines couple. This is a record, and husband and wife together prayer. This is very beautiful. Wow. You made a new record. Wow. Thank you, 팀돌 and 인가. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Baines couple for the beautiful opening prayer. And brothers and sisters, we'd like to start our day with gratitude. And so we're going to be sharing any gratitude and appreciation towards one another. And so if you're prompted to join a breakout, please click join. And if you're unable to at this time, please write down your gratitude points. So let us go into our breakouts. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your gratitude and appreciation with one another. And to share first with the whole community, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Carol Miyazaki. So Mrs. Miyazaki, if you can please unmute and share.
Good morning, everyone.
Mrs. Miyazaki, are you able to turn on your camera, please?
Oh, I'm
There you
sorry. Good morning, everyone. It's my lucky week. I'm so grateful to have morning devotion. I'm so grateful for Dr. Yong. I was together with Junko and Yasu, and it's a very emotional morning. We're grateful for his absolute determination to go with follow our true mother whenever she calls. And how I wish that I had gone online from the beginning. I've always gone on Facebook, but I missed so much by having that. It's like one-on-one with Dr. Yong, which I did not realize until Monday. And I was thinking my appreciation this week, how much Dr. Yong has given to us, and how I wish I had just had enough money. If I had $1 a day, I would just love to donate the 943 days that Dr. Yong has devoted himself to us. I would love to make a substantial donation just of gratitude, because like so many have said, he's really changed our lives in a good way. He's really brought true parents back to America, to our hearts. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Oh, Carol, thank you so much for your heartfelt sharing. I just hear your voice. My heart is already moving so much. Thank you for your appreciation. Anyway, not donation. I already accepted your beautiful heart already. Enough for me. This is an incredible encouragement for me to go to Korea and support our beloved true mother. Korea is a quite serious situation. And no matter what, for me, I does not care any kind of position, leader or not. Anyway, particularly, I really want to create one church as a model and really want to support Romada. That is only my goal and my motivation and my vision. And I learn also from our all entire American brothers and sisters dedication. Thank you, Carol. I love you. I hug you now. Hug you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Miyazaki, for your heartfelt sharing. And to share next, I'd like to invite up Mr. Pierre Beauregard. So, Mr. Beauregard, if you can please unmute and share.
Well, this is a complete surprise. I was not with you, Yasu. Oh, my God. Well, Dr. Yong, it's been an honor for the last 2 years to follow you. It's been an honor to interpret you to French. I know that the French language is not the language that got the most coverage and interpretation, but your sharing has touched the lives of people in Africa. You know that the people listening to the French interpretation have been essentially in Africa, because in North America, everybody wants to learn English. Even here in Quebec, because we have people who don't speak even Gaspard and Titin, they're not really Franco, they don't speak English, they want to learn English, and they love you, you know that. So we send you our love from Canada, and we're grateful, like Carol said, for your faithful obedience to True Mother. And we feel through this also True Mother's love for North America. And we're all together, and we pray for unification of North and South Korea. And Milhan just posted something yesterday. I encourage people to sign up that petition. There's activity that for something related to North-South unification and for peace. I don't know if you saw that, Dr. Yong. Very, very nice activity will happen on the 27th at the United Nations. That Milhan Stevens has been pushing for.
I see.
So I hope many people take a note of it and support it. And so Godspeed, Dr. Yong. I look forward to if you take on a city. If I go to Korea, I want to visit that city.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Pierre. Thank you. I really want to bow down to you because, not just where you attending morning devotion, you translate. Wow, in not easy time, but translate into the French from English. That is not simple job. Thank you, really, in behind incredible support and dedication. I always remind you, thank you, Pierre, for your beautiful love and dedication. And many of them also, I got a response from the Africa somewhere who understand French. They really express really, their appreciation of the morning devotion because of your translation. Other also, the few brothers and sisters who translate. Thank you so much, Pierre. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Beauregard, for your beautiful sharing. And brothers and sisters, thank you so much for sharing your gratitude and appreciation of one another. And now we'd like to take this moment to prepare our hearts and our minds to well receive our internal guidance, True Mother's words, through our morning heart devotion guidance from our regional president of the United States, Dr. Chunshik Yong. Welcome, Dr. Yong.
안녕하세요. Good morning, good morning. My dear brothers and sisters, clergy and members of peace. 안녕하십니까? Wow, I become more emotional because when I hear your reflection and then your encouragement, I'm so much really touched by your, sharing. Maybe I think 4 or 5 days more about sharing the reflection, centering on each sub-regions, and then we are now seriously discussing them who really can carry on morning devotion every day. I think this tradition is one of the very, very beautiful tradition. I hope my dear brothers and sisters can carry on this morning devotion and become really a part of our life, also part of our Fundo culture. Today, I'd like to talk about Let Us Bring God Back to America from True Mother's Anthology Volume 2. I think I just only share 2 slides and then need to hear more reflection from sub-region 2. So Heavenly Honey, please read True Mother's word.
Let us bring God back to America. Dear leaders, in 1960, the Reverend Moon and I, standing in the presence of God and in the positions of only begotten son and only begotten daughter, prepared by heaven, received God's holy blessing as the true parents. Since the time of our holy wedding, our lives have been focused on the following goals: to liberate the heavenly parent who is the cosmic true parent, restoring his lost position as our parent, and to save the lost and fallen human race from the realm of death and suffering, and return everyone to the bosom of the heavenly parent. In order to achieve this ideal, the Reverend Moon and I have had to overcome unspeakable hardships and innumerable difficulties. Overcoming all these obstacles, we led and carried humanity, which had fallen into the state of being like orphans with no parents, along the path to salvation. The sayings, 7 failures will lead to the success on the 8th attempt, and risk your life and invest yourself entirely for the cause, accurately characterize the course of life that we led.
Yeah. Since the time of true parents' holy wedding, their lives has been focused on only one thing: to liberate the heavenly parent. Who is the cosmic parent? Restoring his lost position as our heavenly parent, and to save the lost and fallen human race from the realm of the death and suffering, and return everyone to the bosom of the heavenly parents. Actually, I was very glad at least to share some content about God's sorrowful heart. Of course, some of them are really struggling to hear that kind of the content, why God is so sad and my life should be a life of the joy and happiness or something like that. But many brothers and sisters talk to me that after hearing Heavenly Father's sorrowful heart, then many of them can have the healing experience, healing their heart. Because God suffer more than me. God gone through incredible pain, sacrifice, to restore the human being. Compared to God's suffering and difficulties, my suffering and sacrifice is nothing. That's why many of them are responsive to me. They have the healing experience because they came to know God's reality, God's situation, and God's heart. That's why we really need to understand who is our Heavenly Parents. At the same time, we need to understand, our true parents' situation and heart and wish as well, right, my brothers and sisters? To achieve this ideal and true parents had to overcome unspeakable hardships and innumerable difficulties. Overcoming all these obstacles, true parents led and carried humanity, which had fallen into the state of being like orphans with no parents, along the path to world salvation. Although Jesus lived a short 3-year course of the public life before passing away, think about the impact Jesus had on all mankind and human history, 2000 history. Even though his public life just only 3 years, but how much give the big impact to entire 2000 years of history until now? Can you imagine that? Because of his quality of his absolute faith, because of his quality of the absolute God's ideal and vision, and then finally, because of his quality of his love, gave humankind, gave human history incredible impact. Right, my brothers and sisters? We need to understand about Jesus and true parents. Even more so, think about how the lives of true parents who devoted and sacrificed their entire lives and were victorious in all indemnity cause for all of mankind and the entire world will have an impact on the future, generation to generation, I think even forever. After Jesus died on the cross, it took a long time until Christianity took root. However, I think that for our unification movement, it will not take such a long time to take root like in Jesus' time. That depends entirely on how we fulfill our portion of responsibility and mission. Now era of the 천일국. So it's up to us actually. True parents already laid the foundation and showed the model everything. From now on, our portion of responsibility, my brothers and sisters. So now mother is already 80 years old. Not simple age, my brothers and sisters. That's why whatever true mother order, ask me to go to Africa, and I am ready to go to Africa. Ask me go to the Oceania, I am ready to go to Oceania. Ask him to come back to Korea to support mother, even give me small church, whatever, does not care, any kind of the position. And then many Korean leaders are saying that, wow, you were American content director and come to America just serving small church. What happened to you? Many people asking me and calling me. For me, I told you, I don't care position. Even through small effort and my devotion. This is the way to create model church and make happy for True Mother. This is a way to really condition to really unite between North Korea and South Korea. You know, I try to do my best. That's why, my dear American brothers and sisters, I need to have your prayer, right? Support, pray for True Mother, and then pray for me to really, why not for Dr. Yong individual, okay? Pray for me to support substantially for our beloved True Mother. I think that is my wish. Never pray for me, or you pray for me, for my mission to really supporting, Korean Providence. Thank you very much. Today I'm going to share this much, and then let's have a time to have a reflection. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yong, for sharing True Mother's words and our Heavenly Parents' heart and encouraging us. And with that, brothers and sisters, we like to hear many of your testimonies from Subregion 2. And of course, the testimonies are just how Morning Heart Devotion or Dr. Yong has impacted your lives or the lives of your ministries. And I just wanted to remind everyone who is sharing, I know it's not enough, but we like to ask you to please share within 5 minutes time so that we can honor everybody else's time totally. And so with that, we'd like to first hear from the Hack couple. So we have Pastors Ilya and Pastors Diane Hack to be able to share. So please unmute and share.
Good morning.
Diane!
Good morning.
Wow. Hack couple or hacking couple?
The latter.
Thank you so much for letting us share. I think, anyways, we're still kind of like digesting once we heard Dr. Yong was leaving. But yeah, you can go first. And
sorry, it's not as much time, but thank you everybody, and thank you to Dr. Yong. For us, I think for a lot of people, morning devotion has been kind of crucial to really waking up every morning and having something to come back to, consistent kind of like connection to God every morning. And we're really grateful for that. And I think, honestly, it gave a lot of hope because it was consistent amount of hope. This time to also interact and being able to share and talk about God and talk about the providence and talk about what we're doing in our family has been such a crucial time every morning just to connect. And for me, I feel like I want to thank Dr. Yong because Dr. Yong is, I think maybe I'm like a lot of people, and even though I'm a pastor now, able figures have been, Cain and Abel has been a relationship that, has to be worked out sometimes. And I feel like able figure for me, of course I've had my struggles with my able figure, but it's been so, for me, I feel like when we've met Dr. Yong, there was no barrier. The barrier was gone. And it wasn't the connection to Dr. Yong and the ministry of hugging or being able to have a good connection to feeling love made it that much easier to understanding what God's love is like. And that for me it made it easier for me to connect to God, connect to love, connect to understanding that, this just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know. There's just a lot of love that I felt from Dr. Yong, and I think that's touched a lot of people's hearts as well.
And I think for me, it's the biggest thing that, two things, like what we learned, and then Dr. Yong also personally. But the biggest thing for us is the fact that we were able to learn that the family is the front line. That's something that I think as a couple, we of course, receive education, but hearing that every single day that the couple is the front line, that you should be able to focus on the couple, I think that's something that truly helped us, even if I don't think that Dr. Young knows this, but it really helped us also as a couple connect. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. It helped us connect at a deeper level, because we realized that that we can be leaders, that we can do all these things, but if our couple is not connecting, and if we're not really working hard to make our relationship better, then there's no point of being leaders, because the family is everything. So I think that's something that really helped us as a couple. And that's why we became even closer, just watching morning devotion and really hearing from Dr. Young, sharing with each other what we learned. And it really helped us also with our relationship with our parents. It wasn't the greatest relationship, but just hearing that we were able to understand our parents better, and really understand that, they're not perfect, but they're trying their best to be our parents. So anyways, we don't have so much time, but I think the last thing is also one biggest thing that we learned is God's sorrowful heart, that God is really wanting for us to do better every single day. And I think with morning devotion, even when it comes to witnessing, we saw it in a different light. I think for us, witnessing, because when we were growing up, it was something like, as a second gen, when they tell you to witness, you're thinking like you're going to Walmart and then giving people things, and you're like, I don't want to do that. But really, Dr. Young, you emphasizing that and giving it in a way that's like, witnessing is not just, it's not just for you, but it's not just for that person, but it's also for us to grow. I think it's a really different way to see what witnessing is. So because of that sorrowful heart of God, I think when we heard about Dr. Young leaving, it was like, okay, we don't want Dr. Young to go. We're so selfish. We don't want him to go. But at the end of the day, we thought about that point of like God's sorrowful heart. And I thought, if God's heart is so sorrowful, then that's why Dr. Young is needed to go, so that he can relieve that heart of God, that sorrowful heart of God, so that he can go to Korea and make an even bigger change so that God's heart can be relieved. So even learning that helped us, I guess, digest the fact that Dr. Young will be going. And so anyways, we just want to thank you, Dr. Young, for being our biggest support and being a father figure to us. I think you're the first leader who really cared for us and even for our future family. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Diane, actually, I talked to the Mr. Sir. Let's go to, your church. No matter what, because I cannot wait. I want to see Diane Ilya, because our second generation, become the leader of the church. My heart want to be there. And even though I cannot go, but I really pray for your couple. And then Diane, you need to promise to me, after you're having a baby, immediately inform me. I want to pray for your couple. I want to see your four-portion foundation. And
Definitely.
also, I think also Mother really this time encouraged 20. Now we have changed the date about inaugural ceremony, not 26, changed to 28 Sunday. Mother, send the international main leaders to come, and then I'd like to encourage all the church leadership need to come and participate to welcome, inaugural ceremony, Damian Dunkley to be CD, something like that. So anyway, I hope if possible, I can see, and then Diane and Ilya, and then I need to hug you, your couple. Thank you, Diane, Ilya. 감사합니다. I really love your couple. Please continue to do about the church leaders mission. I want to hear good news from your church. Okay, Diane, Ilya. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ilya and Pastor Diane, for your beautiful sharing. And I'd like to invite up the Parker couple next to share, so Mr. Michael and Mrs. Kim Parker. So if you can please unmute and share.
안녕하세요, Dr. Yong.
Oh
Good
my
morning,
goodness,
Dr.
Papa's
Yong.
family, wow.
Oh,
We are so happy for you, Dr. Yong, and for the challenge ahead of you, and we pray for your victory. So we're going to offer our thoughts on what morning devotion has meant to us, Dr. Yong. So Kimberly's going to go first.
good morning, Dr. Yong. Diane got me in tears, but I'm okay. Dr. Yong, although you're leaving us, I've learned how to have a longing heart for all of God's children, especially the unlovable. I will have a longing heart for you and miss you very much. But you taught us how Heavenly Parent and true parents are dependent on us to grow and develop our tribal messiahship and be the beacon of hope by loving God, our parents, having a better husband and wife relationship, our children, and the world. I'll never forget you saying, keep going no matter what. Never give up on your children. Heavenly Parent and true parents loves them and need them so much. Excuse me. Thank you for coming to our nation and giving us your love and sincere devotion for God and true parents. And we promise to pay it forward. Thank you for giving us this university of love we call morning devotion.
Yeah.
You are our hero and champion for God and true parents. You taught us to be our better selves. And if I may, it may be my last chance, so I'm not going to give it up. If I can share this. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that our hero lies in you. That's what you did for us, Dr.
Wow, my
Thank you so
goodness,
much.
Kim, for your beautiful song. I want to hear more often. My goodness. Okay, Michael.
Dr. Yong, I've been with you, Dr. Yong, morning devotion, and really from the beginning. But I started watching on YouTube, Dr. Yong, and I did that for about a month and a half. And then finally I said, you know, Reverend Now Kimmy was encouraging us, join Zoom live and to get the full experience. And so I did. And I discovered this connection directly with you, Dr. Yong. And I began to feel a true brother-sister connection to all of the members in the community. But it wasn't complete joy because I was by myself. And you taught me, Dr. Yong, that nothing can be done by force. It has to be done, you know, people have to be brought around willingly through your love and your chonsong. You taught us chaksaram prayer. And so after about a year, my prayers were answered when Kimberly and Brianna started joining with me. And so all the times that I was on morning devotion and loving to see families, husband and wife joining together, I kept praying for the day when it would happen for me as well. And so that came true. And so that's one of the things that morning devotion has done. Also, Han taught us about Heavenly Parent and true parents. Han. And you also taught us what we can do about it, what I can do about it to change my heart and to learn to forgive no matter what, to forgive. And as a former military person, I'm used to the forceful way, but I've gladly surrendered that for the way of love, thanks to morning devotion. And total salvation. Thank you for teaching us that God's desire is total salvation. And as one of your sayings, without missing one. Without missing one.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So thank you, Dr. Yong. And we love you. And in the words of sailors, when sailors are saying goodbye, we say fair winds and following seas.
Yeah, right. Okay, our heavenly girl, Brianna.
Morning, Dr. Yong. Yeah, more devotion has taught me how to live my life and be a good person and a great daughter. And we finished one our DP, and I've learned so much and appreciate Heavenly Parent and true parents more, and the depth of their love for all of us. And now I appreciate God more, knowing that He is eternal, unique, and unchanging. And I've learned how to love and appreciate my parents more.
Wow, that is a great point. Wow, that's why your father is very clever. His 짝사랑 prayer really came through. Wow, thank you so much, Paco family. Only one thing, I'm so sad. I want to hear more hymns singing. Wow, you need to come to my church in Korea and then you need to sing a song, okay? Someday.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, Paco family. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much, Parker family, for your beautiful sharing. And brothers and sisters, I would just like to kindly remind, I know we have couples sharing, but please try to abide within the 5 minutes as much as possible, because yes, we want to really hear more from many other brothers and sisters. And to share next, I'd like to invite up the Kase couple. So Mr. Spase and Mrs. Kathy Kase. You can please unmute and share.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh my God, whole family members. Thank you, Kase family. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Oh gosh, we both can't talk. Okay, Dr. Yong. Well, I prepared some bullet points, but I feel like I just want to speak from the heart because you have been such a pillar for my husband, myself, our family, and also our extended family, you know, the Lalonde family, my parents live in Canada and my siblings.
Yeah.
We have gone through so many emotional and spiritual roller coasters in our dynamics. I feel like you have grounded us back into principle, and you've given us the importance of conditions, of trusting God and letting go of yourself, of denying yourself. A lot of times, you know, as we've had kids, as we've had children, we find ourselves falling into the trap of being comfortable and justifying that, you know, we don't have too much time, we're too tired, maybe we can wait to do hundake. But you've made it very clear that God works in the conditions that we set, when we can give ourselves up for the higher purpose, when we can fulfill our mission, God blesses us even more. And you've taught us the importance of really sacrificing so that our children can benefit, and but sacrificing out of heart, and comforting God's heart. And we want to thank you so much for that example that you lead. And I think it moves me so much to see a leader like you. And one of the things that I'll regret is we never got to meet you in person. We were in Korea. And I thought maybe we can run into Dr. Yong this time, but we missed you. So
Thank you. Okay.
one day we'll be able to have that
Yeah,
chance.
sure. Okay. Mr. Kase.
Yes, you have become a household name, Dr. Yong. I mean, our kids wake up every morning and they say, "I want to see Dr. Yong," you know. And you have showed, you know, what the true leader is, what the true disciple of true parents is, and what the true filial, you know, son is, what the true husband is. And I want to touch, you know, on 2 points. You know, basically, you showed us a tradition and an education. You know, we have a heart, but you showed us how to use it. And we want to thank you for that. You know, we just came back from Korea, and you know, we see what True Mother has done, and we definitely, you know, you're coming here in America raised the frequency of the whole nation to another level, and which is what America needed. So we are very grateful for the 2 years. And you know, we have been suffering from COVID, but I think we're going to suffer more from Chong Shik Yong love virus. I really want to thank you. We really wish you God's blessings on you and your family. Please march forward. We are ready for everything, and bring victory to True Mother. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Kase family. Today also, I'm so happy to see your children. Wow, so beautiful, so cute. Thank you so much, Kase family. God bless you eternally. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much, Kase family, for the beautiful sharing. And to share next, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Debbie Scott. So Mrs. Scott, if you can please unmute and share.
Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Yong.
Oh, good morning, Deborah.
For those of us who've been on since day one, the number 84,241 is the number of hours that we've spent with you, Dr. Yong, listening to your words and hearing God speak to us through you. And I'm so grateful. I think there's nobody else in my life that for the last 2.5 years I've spent as much time with as you. And I'm so grateful for how you've changed my life, but not just my life. Well, I just want to start off by saying I remember the very first breakout. For those of you who join via YouTube, you're really missing out because you don't get to go into the breakout rooms, and they're very precious. But when the first breakout room, when I was with you, you know, you're asking about my family and my husband, and I told you I was divorced, twice divorced, and I don't know if you remember that, but you were speechless. You didn't know what to say, and you immediately went and talked to the other people. And I think it was really hard for you to understand how a unificationist could, you know, be like, you know, like this. And then the next day, when you started speaking, the very first thing you said is, you know, you just can't judge other people. You have no idea what other people have gone through in their lives. And it's better not to judge. It's best not to judge anyone. And that really touched my heart very much. And it freed me quite a bit. And I've shared that with many other, you know, divorced brothers and sisters. And it's a good thing. Thank you.
Yeah, Deborah.
But you know, didn't just change my life. Thanks to your challenge, is just go out and witness. So I think you didn't hear my testimony because you were traveling from Australia to Korea that day. But I've had 35 Divine Principle studies here in this room in my home.
Wow.
And there are 12 brothers and sisters who brought a total of 25 guests during those times. Yeah. And so Don Mikowski is our lecturer. He and Nancy both come and support our Divine Principle studies. And I forgot to set my timer. I'm sorry. Let me know when my time is up. And so, yeah, they've been, Don Mikowski's been teaching the Divine Principle lectures here. And we have one Baptist minister, Jeff Boyd's guest, who's now signing up for the 7-day workshop.
Wow.
And it's a result of your encouragement, you know, to tell us to go out and witness and to share Divine Principle with others. So I took your message very seriously, and I'm so glad because it's revitalized, you know, my life. And also Dr. Yong, you know, things like the Chaksaram list and understanding the suffering heart of God and take responsibility for things that happen in our life. And everyone is my able. I don't have a husband, so my husband's not my able, but everyone is my able. So I get to serve everyone. And I'm really trying to put that into practice in my daily life.
Wow.
And also, I want you to know that you have set such an incredible foundation that don't worry about America. We are going to bring America to God. And all of us, we have an amazing spiritual foundation thanks to you. And so we are really going to build on this, and we're going to bring our families, our societies, the school boards. We're going to bring it, you know, the politicians, we're going to bring them, all the clergy, we're going to bring them all back to God. So don't worry about America. We'll be praying for you. We're so grateful for you.
Wow.
And I love you, Dr. Yong. I love you.
Wow, Deborah, my gosh. Speechless, really. I love you, Deborah. I think, thank you so much for your incredible dedication for witnessing. Even though your family situation not easy, but you are really keep going and then digesting and still trying to, for the sake of the God's will. I really so much really, you know, I get happiness from you. God bless you, Deborah. I want to hear more good news from now on. Thank you, Deborah. I love you. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much, Aunt Debbie, for your beautiful sharing. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to invite up the Bowman couple, Mr. Wonjun and Mrs. Hanmi Bowman, to share.
We always meet like this, huh, Dr. Yong?
Hanmi, Wonjun!
I know, seriously. This is how we always meet. You're always about to do great things, and then we're always wishing you well. So thank you. Starting with morning devotions, it, especially for me, made me feel very responsible as a couple, especially as a couple, an individual, and also for our own kids. You've done so much. My kids really, really love you. They love everything that you've done. Even when we met you in person, you are one of the most nicest Korean ajoshis I've ever met. You are, I think you are awesome. I really hope, I'm trying not to cry, but seriously, I will miss you so, so much, Dr. Yong. Thank you for encouraging our family and everybody else's families here. I know there's so much more we want to say, but I really mean it. 가족처럼 진짜 진심으로 사랑합니다.
그래, 고맙다. 한미야, 고맙다.
Here, okay? And safe travels. I'm sorry I couldn't give you that donation of kimchi jjigae. Maybe one day we'll meet again, okay?
Yeah. 한미, okay.
All right, let him go.
I actually kind of at the beginning jokingly said, I don't think you're going to be finishing the 7 years. I really wish I was wrong, honestly. But I think basically you came to America and basically accomplished what you truly really needed to do. You grew a lot in heart. You digested a lot of basically difficult second generation and helped them grow and become better people. When you keep growing like that, heaven calls you different places. So we're really happy for you. The fact that also too, I really hope you never say you're not an infilial son. Your mother asked you to come back and you said yes because you love her so much. That's the most filial son I've ever seen, to call one basically and go when basically heaven calls you back. I've learned that basically, definitely, it's good to be dedicated to people. And also, too, my family definitely appreciates all the things that you've done. We'll be responsible and have our own morning devotion every morning and keep practicing that tradition. I really, the last time I saw you in a breakout room, we do love you a lot, all the time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Wonjin and me. You need to come to Korea. They cook kimchi jjigae for me, okay?
I will. Don't worry. I got you.
I love going back to Korea. Korea is great. Had a great time there.
Okay. So thank you so much, Wonjin and me. As a second generation couple, you show the model with your children. It is for me incredible to me without missing even a single day. I'm really grateful for your couple. Thank you so much, Wonjin and me. Say hello to our third generation, our grandchildren. 감사합니다. Thank you, 한미.
Thank you so much, Wonjin and Hami, for the beautiful sharing. And of course, all the brothers and sisters who were able to share your heart and gratitude towards Dr. Yong and Morning Heart Devotion, are really representing Subregion 2. We really appreciate and thank you so much. But brothers and sisters, now we'd like to also receive our living testimony for today. And to be able to share their testimony, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Kyoko Bowman, and she'll be sharing about her experience in Korea and Japan. So with that, Kyoko-san, if you can please unmute and share.
Hi, good morning. I'll be very brief, what I experienced in Korea and Japan. First of all, I was so grateful. Mothers, so much happiness for enter the Cheongwon-gun dedication. Mother, I can see the face in the uncontrollable joy in her face. I'm sure many people testified about this. I was so grateful that. Also, I was called, they have something present for you. And I was very shocked. They're almost a trunk full of a present from mother. Because I did some donation for Cheongwon-gun. And then in my life in the church, I donate, but this much return of love I never experienced. Of course, I didn't have enough space, so I'm sure Tao will be sent us later. But I brought two things from that present. I just want to show to you. This is one of the present, which is gold and amethyst ring for couple. This amethyst is my birthstone, as well as this is completely fit for me. And since I got this, I put in my finger to touching every day, to touch with mother, to think about. Also, another thing I brought was this medal. And then that I could carry at the time. And then I know mother needed money. And then yet she spent the money for me to appreciate. I'm so grateful for mother. Also, come to the Korea was a great challenge. Before the departure and 10 days before, I developed the severe arthritis pain in both knees. And because the morning devotion family encouraged me to go, so I came. So I'm so grateful for their encouragement. Also, when I was in Korea, many people helped me so many ways. I'm so grateful for that. I see that Yasu's very kind heart and nature I'm experienced. The second thing, Dr. Yong create new creation in a movement. I want to explain about this. When I went to Korea, and some unknown couples come to me from Philippines. Oh, you are Mrs. Bowman. Yes, I am. How do you know? Because of a morning devotion. I thought maybe because of my dance is affect a lot of people. At the same time, and many Black sisters come to me and they want to take a picture with me. And I said, okay, I don't know them, but just like that. So God in the Reverend Young, Dr. Young created such a family through just for morning devotion. It could be expand in the world and it can reach the people. And also I came to through the Korea, through the San Francisco. I see the morning devotion member here and there. Actually, some of persons sit, maybe two sit next. And then I feel so great in the impact for this. Also, another thing you create is a morning devotion matching. You know, I was pain my leg, so I go to the Chonsin Won prayer hall and put in the chair in the side of the window, and then to see the people to come in a prayer hall. And I can see many people come in. One day I see Redfoot and Hannah came in. They bowed together with two parents. And after that, they're sitting still for many minutes, just like a talking conversation with the two parents. I felt was, they are preaching to loyalty to two parents and happiness and two parents. At the time, I couldn't see the people who praying around them. Just I see only Hannah and Redford and the two parents. And I reflect myself when we blessed and how purely we preached and thankful. I just want to see that beautiful scene again. I'm so grateful that. So your title is a matching morning devotion matching makers. I know you made so much effort for many people, and that you care about that second gem, everybody to be the good match and the happiness. So I just want to give this appreciation. And when I want to visit my Japan, and because my elder sister is 87 years old, and her health is declining, and I want to see her. And then I lived in America for 50 years. And my relationship with families are not great. Just like I got a letter from my home for within 50 years, only 2 letters. One was my father, one was my sisters. And I can understand that the way I came to America is not way they're happy to make them happy. However, I want to talk to my brothers and sisters for maybe 10 times for 50 years I met, but still my brother and sister. And then, so we had a good time, went hot spring and eat good food. And then, and the last day, my brother was, I want to talk to you. For all this year, I want to talk to you. I want to express to you, about church, about everything. So I said, okay, I'll listen. And then they have many things. I don't want to go detail, However, I can see, he said, I couldn't say you are Unification Church member to anybody. And even though I was there, they have TV going on, or the reporting about we had in the last event, dedication of Chongwon-gun in the news. And I can see that my brothers and sisters, they're seeing that kind of news every day, and how much they had the pain because of me. And I recognize that. But however, the end of the sending me off in the airport, my brother said, I'm sorry I said so many things. But I said, thank you. And then, because most of the questions he had, I cannot explain. Even I try so hard, I cannot explain. So I just say thank you. And the greatest thing, my brothers and sisters, even though they go through such a way, always welcome me without to say anything, and my family. So I feel some kind of conclusion with my family for this visit. So I'm so grateful that. And last thing, I met my spiritual daughter. I didn't see her 20 years. And we eat together and talk together for 3 hours between my departure. And then when we are leaving, and she's just waving, and the big waving. Every time I look back her, she's there and waving so many times. And then I see that once we made heartfelt relationship, and we never be fade and be continued.
Wow.
Finally, when people always meet, always separate. And Reverend Dr. Yong came to and that announced 7 years morning of the devotion. I determined I'll do, which I never did in my life, such a determination. And yet, 2.5 years, you are leaving us. But however, I'm so grateful you are called by Mother, and that Mother is your priority, also our priority. If in the future, if Mother calls us, every one of our brothers and sisters from all over the world to final battle with unification North and South Korea, I'll be ready. So I'm so grateful this time together. Thank you very much.
Wow, Kyoko, woman, for your such a really beautiful report and prayer, and then your sharing your emotion and heart. It is really incredible, so beautiful, Kyoko-san. I am the one who really extremely grateful to you, and even though your physical health situation is not great, but without missing, always attending and supporting and pray for America Providence. Not only you, and then your son and Wonjin and Hammi and even third generation. Wow, thank you so much. You really create one of the beautiful modern family. Thank you, Kyoko. Bowman, I really pray for you. 감사합니다. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kyoko-san, for sharing such a beautiful experience with all of us. And with that, brothers and sisters, we'd like to take this time to share our hearts with one another. So we're going to be going into our breakout rooms and you receive sharing any insights or takeaways we receive. And so if you're prompted to join, please click join. If you're unable to at this time, please write down your reflections. So let us go into our breakouts. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a heartfelt time just sharing your insights and takeaways and reflections with one another. And due to time, we will not be able to hear some reflections at this time with the breakouts. But of course, I would like to encourage everybody to always check out edu.familyfed.org, as there are transcripts and links to images available and all the past recordings of Morning Heart devotions. And once again, that is edu.familyfed.org. And also thank you, Dr. Kylie and his team, for preparing those transcripts and images. And now we would like to move on to receive our musical offering for today. And to make that offering, I'd like to invite up Mr. Steve Honey. So Mr. Honey, if you can please unmute and offer your song.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, Steve Honey. Wow, thank you.
Dr. Yong, I'm so grateful that I have one more chance to sing for you.
No, not one more time. You need to come to Korea to sing
Okay.
at our church. Yeah.
First, Dr. Yong, I hope from all these testimonies, you can really know that your effort changed us, it affected us. It was worth it. You left your beloved family behind. You left your homeland behind. You learned English and Japanese. You sacrificed a lot. To give one sermon takes so much effort. You gave a sermon every day. So anyway, we hope that you can know that it helped us. It changed us. You came here and you reached inside our hearts and grabbed our hearts and did something. So thank you, from all of us. Because you're going to your homeland, I'd like to sing a Korean song. Is that okay?
Yeah, Korean song. Very good. 내 고향 남쪽 바다.
Well, there's one song that I've sung once before. I know Mother loves it. I Want to Go.
Oh, yeah, 가고파. I'm just saying that. 내 고향 남쪽 바다. Yeah, I love that song. Turumada. This is one of the Turumada beloved song. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, please enjoy. 내 고향 남쪽 바다 그 바람은 눈에 보이네 꿈엔 들고 잊으리오 그 잔잔한 고향 바다 지금도 그 물새를 나르리 가고파 어릴 적 같이 놀던 그 동무들 그리워라 어디 간들이 잊으리오 그 뒤놀던 고향 동무 오늘 너무 어렵고 보고파라 보고파 그 물새 그 동물들 고향에 다 있는데 나는 왜 자가 떠나 살게 되었는고 온갖 걸 다 부리지고 돌아가서 안 되어요 얘는 같이 살고 싶고 내 마음 색도꼬리 펴 웃고 웃고 지내고자 그날 그 눈물 못한 데를 찾아가
Wow, Steve Honey. You know, when you sing a song and then I miss mother and then I really miss my homeland as well. Thank you so much. 내 고향 가고파. Really, 가고파 means I really want to go. I really want to go my hometown. Wow, this is really proposal to me. But actually, my heart, I don't want to go. My heart is, I want to be in America with American brothers and sisters. But mother called me, no choice. I need to help her. I need to help Korean Peninsula Providence. But my heart is here. Actually, America become my second hometown. I truly, truly love each one of you, my dear brothers and sisters. Mother needs me. I can hear God's voice. God is calling me. Go to Korea. Help mother. Help Korea Providence. I need to obey, even though really I don't want to leave, but mother is waiting for me. God is calling me. So I need to respond to you, mother. Yeah, thank you so much. And then also final announcement that, and then leadership, inauguration ceremony and farewell party, a farewell ceremony, not by 26, 28. Mother asked us to choose a Sunday to celebrate. So, and then, Reverend Song, the representative of Family Federation is coming. Dr. Yang, the UPF leader, international leader coming. And of course, the Reverend Dunkley is the inauguration ceremony. I think major church leadership need to be there, and then anyone also interested to come, and then let's support our Reverend Dunkley new leadership. So that is really one of the important ceremony. Going to be American movement really turning point to really develop more than before. Thank you once again, my dear brothers and sisters. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Honey, for giving us a beautiful message. And Dr. Yong, actually, the honey couple are ready to kiss in front of you. If you'd like to see it one last time.
Why not? Yeah. Thank you. Really, honey kiss. Yeah, really, more than honey kiss. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to the honey couple for sharing your love with all of us. And yes, now to close out this morning heart devotion experience in prayer, I'd like to invite up Miss Natalia Tadden to offer the prayer. So Natalia, you can please unmute.
Join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent and true parents, thank you so much for this day and for this time where we're able to each offer our gratitude and our reflections for Dr. Yong and for the foundation that he built. And I hope that he can see how much he's impacted America and our families and each of us individually. And we know how much influence he has and how much love he has wherever he goes. So I pray that you can really work through him when he's in Korea and allow him to support your providence and to support True Mother as much as possible. And we thank you again so much for sending him to America and for speaking through him and working through him every single day. And I pray that we can also welcome our new leadership and that each of us can use the guidance and the love that we receive every day so we can bring you and so we can bring heaven to our families, our communities, and to the world. And I pray that each of us can work hard in every moment and that we can offer our hearts, especially in this important time in this age, more than ever. So thank you so much. And I pray and report this in the name of Ted and bless your family. Aju.
Aju. Thank you, Justin and Natalia. Thank you. Natalia, you have to be a morning devotion couple someday, okay? Wow, I really need to help you. Wow, such a good girl. Thank you so much. I'm proud of you, Natalia and Justin. Thank you once again. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalia, for closing us out with that wonderful prayer. And all brothers and sisters, thank you so much for really joining and making this morning heart devotion experience wonderful. And a special thanks to all the brothers and sisters representing Subregion 2 and sharing your hearts with us. Dr. Yong, we love you. We can't say enough. We love you. We love you. We're so appreciative of you sharing your True Mother's words as well as your heart with all of us every single day. And with that, we'd like to offer and wish you a happy, healthy, victorious day today. And we'll see each other tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Jenkins, Don Kuara, Mia Colette, Christopher, Sujan, Nishino, thank you everybody. 감사합니다.